Hello, YouTube. Happy Memorial Day to all of you out there that celebrate it. And I'm going to do a different review today since it's Memorial Day. This is a 2023 American romantic comedy from director William Gluck, who co wrote the screenplay with Eliana Wolpert. It's loosely based on Much Ado About Nothing, the Shakespeare play, but a more modern day take on it. It stars Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell, yes, from last year. The supporting cast: Alexandra Shipp, Gada, Hadley Robinson, Michelle Hurd, Dermot Mulroney, Darren Barnett, Brian Brown, and Rachel Griffiths, who I haven't seen in a movie in years. Anyone But You. I finally saw this on Netflix a few weeks ago. This was fun. It's a lot of fun. It's very funny. It was not the movie I was expecting. I mean, it's like a R-rated, a Hallmark movie with a budget and bigger name actors, and takes some risks. That's one of the reasons why I enjoyed it so much. And unlike a lot of romantic comedies that we get now, this one's under 2 hours. It's not The Fall Guy, which is 2 hours and 5 minutes or something. This is an hour and 43. With the end credits, is about 137. It's perfectly paced. It's not too long, not too short, right in the middle. And this movie cost $25 million, not 200, not 300, 25 in 2023. This is why movies are getting destroyed now, because they cost so much and they could make so little. Yet you make a movie this cheap and with actors you like, that are American, and it works because American pride is still alive and well. And it made 219 million. There's movies that came out 10 years ago that didn't make that kind of money. And I get why. Yeah, the critics were mixed on it because it's a cliche movie, but it's done well, and it's funny, and it has heart, and beautiful locations in Australia. Yeah, some of the cast is not for me. Like I said, the Australians in the movie, I could not care less about, because there's no Chris Hemsworth here or anybody like that, or even Nicole Kidman. You have a bunch of nobodies I never heard of. And the gay couple, I don't care about them either. Alexandra Shipp, I liked her in X-Men, but I don't care about her years. The whole movie is based on a wedding for these two girls, and I don't care. I care about the main couple. They meet up in a Starbucks, and comedy ensues. Sydney Sweeney wets her pants, not with piss, with water, and she goes into the bathroom and tries to dry her pants with the dryer. That's funny. There's a lot. She has a lot of comedic good timing with Glenn Powell. Her and Beatrice and Ben. Yeah, they have really good chemistry on screen. They have a misunderstanding in the beginning of the movie, not in the middle, so you don't have to go through that cliche again where they have to be in the third act, have to be separated. Yeah, they do separate, but the misunderstanding is in the beginning. And then at the end, they see each other and kiss. You know the story. You've seen this before. But it's done well. Again, it's not overly long. It's not overly melodramatic like Titanic or Avatar or something like that. It gets to the point real quick. And I appreciate the movie for that. It says slick direction and a pair of tremendously watchable stars make Anyone But You a passably fizzy diversion despite a less than scintillating story. I don't need a scintillating story, guys. This is not Killers of the Flower Moon. It's a romantic comedy with two white people. Again, it didn't have the diversity checkbox that Disney and Nickelodeon and all these other companies have every year, where everything's got to be diverse and forced. Here, no. They put the diversity is in the background where it should be in this movie. You don't need, anything like that. Now, like I said, listen, some of the themes in it I didn't care for, like the gay couple, and the soundtrack was good. I like the soundtrack. It's beautiful to look at. They got real locations. There's hardly any CGI, which is great because nowadays everything looks like a video game cutscene. Like I said, a short running time. There's an extended cut of the film, but I don't know when that's going to be available on Blu-ray. Because they says Sony Pictures released an extended version of the film in theaters in February, but I didn't see it in theaters. I watched it on Netflix just so I could see something completely different. And I'm like, yeah, and it's charming. And for something R-rated, it didn't have the gross out humor I was expecting, like in an American Pie movie. There was no vomited scenes or period blood or piss or anything. You don't need that. It's not the gross out humor wouldn't work in a movie like this. It would have taken me out of the film. I've seen so many. There's some sex jokes, you know, like there's a scene where Glenn Powell gets a spider on him and then he has to take his pants off. I get it, but you know, it's played for laughs. But you know, at least you don't see too much. You see enough. And Sydney Sweeney is gorgeous in the movie. Beautiful body, you know, very young, very thin, very clean. You know, I hope Caitlin Deaver does a movie like this or something in the vein of this that doesn't cost 200 or $300 million. It's not The Asylum. It's not about budget. It's about effort and execution. You could have the biggest budget in the world if you have a bad script and bad direction, bad actors, you're gonna fail. Ask anybody that was in a failure last year in 2023 or 2022. This one was much better than Venom. It's got a better romance than that movie. At least these two people look like they're into each other. It's not painful, and not one of them is hiding an accent, which is great because you know after over a decade of seeing that from Disney and from other companies, I'm like, yeah, it's good to have two plain American actors that playing a loving couple that is, you know, they're into each other without forcing it, and it's cute, and I enjoy it a lot. I think it's one of the better romantic comedies of last year, and it didn't have to go the route of a gross out comedy or something preachy or something overly long or something that was forced and uncomfortable and awkward. No, it's good. It's a good film. I liked it. I saw it with my sister. We laughed out loud, and there's some jokes that don't work, but its positives are better than its negatives. I can say that. And for Memorial Day, it's a perfect movie because you know you have two American leads in a movie that's mostly filmed in Australia, but you can't they can't all be winners. But anyway, I do enjoy Anyone But You. I think it's very very fun and underrated. Definitely deserved the box office it got because after a year of box office apocalypse, it was good to see something sweet that was R rated, that was not Barbie, where man bashing. No, it didn't need that. It didn't need to preach. It was exactly what it knows. It knows what it is, and it went for it, and it made a profit, which is what every movie should do. Case in point, the Mario movie. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy your Memorial Day. Acknowledge me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.